Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. In today's episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a Sarissa Precision Limited American War of Independence terrain building. In this case, what we're going to be building is a North American railed bridge. Now, I have a number of American War of Independence buildings from Sarissa. I'm going to reveal them, review them, build them, like come back and check out the stream every couple of days. You should see a new video. Alright, let's get the plastic off of this. Alright, we got it taken off. It kind of smells like cedar. It's got a very strong scent to it for some reason. Okay, a couple of pieces are coming off. And this is their whole line. Let's get that out of the way. Here's the instructions. It's not super complicated. It's just one side. And it doesn't look like it's going to be really hard to make this bridge. But let's go ahead and pop out the pieces I need to pop out. Okay, these are separate pieces. And these are precision cut, laser cut MDF board. So it's very sturdy, but it's also very absorbent. Okay, that just popped right out, that rail bridge. That rail. And it looks like a lot of things are just popping out. Just hit them in the right way. That popped out as well. That's cool. Bunch of these little pieces. Some look like little wrenches. Okay, now once you get all the pieces knocked out, you do need to knock out all these little slots, and just to make it, basically what I do is I prep every piece before I start assembling it. All these little pieces have these little tabs that need to be knocked out. Okay, I'll be right back once I get all these tabs knocked out. Now these rails, you'll notice, have these little triangles. Not all of them fall out. There you go. You just gotta pop them out just like the tabs. Once I get it all prepped, I'll be right back. I decided to get a little bit of the cut-right wax paper, not a whole lot, but just enough that if I start gluing things and I set it down, it won't stick to my table here. Alright, so all my pieces are cut out. They're ready to go. Let's read the instructions. Slot the bridge support beams to the bank base plates. These are the bank base plates, and these are the support beams. And if you notice, they stick in to the bridge like that. So I'm going to apply a little bit of tacky glue to the support beam. You don't have to put a whole bunch. That's in. That's in. And I keep forgetting not to stand this up because the glue will settle down. I need to leave it on its side so that I can get it out faster. Because tacky glue is very thick. It's not like Elmer's, it just runs out. No, this is, you can see how thick it is. Apply a little bit of pressure, give it a few seconds. And then the next step is slot the bridge approach panels to the support beams. The approach panels are these walkways that go up the side of the bridge. and it's basically the same thing. Put a little glue on there and then slide it in. Being sure to match the long beam is on the bottom, just like on the instructions. The long beam. Okay, on this end the long beam's on the bottom. On that end the long beam's on the top. I don't know if it matters. I don't think it does matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the long. I'm going out on a limb, and I'm going to ignore the instructions, and I'm putting the long beam on the bottom on this side as well. So I'm putting them on the bottom on both sides. Slot the bridge approach panels. Okay, slot the bridge decking panel to the support beams. I guess this is the decking panel. I'm going to slot it right there. Bring this a little bit closer so I'm not leaning so far over. Now I'm not putting it on the top of this piece because that's the piece that sticks through. I'm only putting it on, as you can see, the bottom. Whoops, I almost stirred it up. And then this should just lay right down on top. So far so good. I mean, that's a bridge. That's a good bridge right there by itself without the railing. But let's go ahead and continue on putting the railing on. It says at this stage the bridge can be used as an open structure. Yeah, just like that. But I don't want to do that. I'm gonna use it as a rail bridge because I want to. Okay. It now says slot the rails to the support posts. Okay. And these are the support posts. And this is a support post. Looks like a little wrench. It's got the notch on the bottom and just one little peg at the top. And this should fit like right in there like that. This needs glue on the sides and on the top and the inside. That's what I've done there. But it also needs, fingers are too big, it also needs some glue along the sides of these. Okay. And luckily, the Aleene's tacky glue is kind of it's tacky, so it doesn't want to let it like just fall over. It like grips immediately. Okay, so let me go ahead and do some more of that. Okay, I've got a million of these to do. So let me go ahead and get all of these posts glued down. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so now that they're glued down and the side rails are glued together, we have to wait for that to dry. I'm gonna give it like 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and then we'll come back to that and attach them to the bridge. All right, so I'll see you in just a second. All right, now that these are mostly dry, I'm going to break them off of the paper here. Because it's wax paper, they should come off fairly easily. All There's two. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue them to the sides of this bridge. Now remember, these were made of little wrenches. Well, those little grooves on the wrenches, the bottoms of the wrenches, are actually what hooks onto the side of the bridge. So you put just a little bit of glue on each of those. I'm going to put one on each slope here. And then hook it onto the bridge. Just like so. And the end piece should line up with your on-ramp. Yeah, like so. Okay, let's get the other side done. A little bit of glue on the bottom of your on-ramp rail. And inside the wrench mouth. I call it a wrench, that's just because it looks like a wrench. And those all fit on nicely. Okay, that didn't. There it did. I had to get it up on top of the on-ramp there. Try to make them as horizontal as possible. Sometimes you might have to just hold them in place for a minute or two. Yeah. There you go, just to let the glue dry the way it is. And there's the American railed bridge, and this is a 50mm base that I used for Napoleonics for cavalry, and you can see that they fit nice and fine. And then this is the 40mm base for infantry. You cannot get too wide, it just can't happen. But you could get about 70mm of bases across there. Take a close up. Nice looking railed bridge. I like it. What I was thinking maybe I'll fill that in, but I'm not. But what I will do is I'll make this out to be a road over here, maybe some grass along the sides, and make it like a road in the middle once I go to paint it. So if you follow my Princeton project, which I'm doing for the American War of Independence, when I paint that model, you'll have a chance to see it because I'm updating every couple of days on all the projects that I have painted. All right, well, thanks for coming out and checking out this construction tutorial of the Sarissa railed bridge for the American War of Independence. And I'll see you next time.